is One for the Record. I'm Diana Marks. That was the band Feel Free. And today we are going to talk about whatever you want. We have some discussions about cigarettes. I think I'll bring that up first. But whatever you want to talk about, call the number. Feel free to call in. You'll have about 200,000 people listening to what you have to say. So hopefully you'll say something important and that will enlighten us. So let's talk about cigarettes. Happens one day, I left my cigarette out in the rain, in the ashtray, and I remember they said something about a fire retardant, or someone told me I really didn't believe it. So look at this cigarette when it got wet. What the hell are those bands on the cigarette? What are those? That doesn't look right to me. So just so you know, when you wet your cigarette, you're going to see some kind of funky bands around it. So I don't know what else we're inhaling, but I think it's on the paper or whatever it is. So I just had to show that. So if you have any comments about that, call in. But I don't understand what those bands are on the cigarette. It kind of worries me a little bit. Now we'll move on. We have a lot to talk about in the show today. We're going to talk about, I believe, let's talk about first gas prices. Now, I saw iLegend, and it was a good movie, but I noticed on the sign in iLegend that it was like $6.87 for gas. So I don't know about gas, but if you want to call in and give your comments about gas and our gasoline shortage and whatever's going on, please do call in. But all this is winding up to more important things anyway. So if we have any callers, call in if you want to talk about our problems with gasoline and how high it's going right now. And, you know, maybe we all have to switch to motorcycles, scooters, or whatever. But we do need a better transportation system. Why don't we have they say, oh, Europe has $5 a gallon, $7 a gallon. Yes, but Europe has the tube. They have a system. New York even has the system running through there where you don't need a car. So I don't know about earthquakes and subways, but maybe monorails would be a better way to go. But do we have any callers out there yet? Okay, well, today is tax time. For those who are flipping the channel, stop. It's April 15th. Did you go and mail off your taxes? This is the deadline right now. So just a friendly reminder, you must mail off your taxes today. Now, I know there is a post office open in Van Nuys off of Sherman Way for all those in the valley, but say you're not in the valley. There is one at LAX that's open, I believe, till midnight tonight, and that's at Airport and Arbor Vitae, which is by Airport in Manchester. It's a little bit south on Airport Boulevard. But there is a post office open. Do not wait. You do not want to be penalized. And don't forget, all those who are on disability, you have to file. Some of you, I believe you have to file in order to get your rebate, your stimulus package or something in the mail. If you didn't get it, you better file. So you will get your stimulus bonus check in May. Somewhere around May 8th, I think they're starting to mail off checks. Even though, which I think is kind of strange, so you get $300 to $600. What are you going to do with that? You can't even pay your rent with that. So maybe if it was $3,000, maybe the economy, people would start a business, go out and buy things. Most people, I believe, are going to barely pay maybe their cable bill, their phone bill, maybe their cell phone bill for $300. But it's, or even groceries, and maybe 2 weeks or 4 weeks worth of gas with that. So maybe if we had a couple zeros added to that, the economy would boom a little bit, And so the other thing I'd like to talk about now, we'll get into some videos. Is there any callers out there today that you want to talk about things? Yeah, go ahead, caller. You're on the air.
Hello.
Hello. Who's this?
This is Harry Landis.
Hi, Harry. Where are you calling from?
I'm calling from North Hollywood.
Wow. How is it today? The weather's kind of strange, isn't it? So, Harry, what would you like to talk about, or did we lose you?
I wanted to make a comment.
Oh, Harry, turn your TV down. I can hear it, like, echoing.
Wanted to,
Harry, turn your TV down. I can hear it, like,
okay.
We're on delay, so I get...
First of all, I just want to make a comment about gas prices in Europe. My friend Nick Evans, who lives in England, he pays anywhere from $7.50 to $9.50 a gallon.
Wow.
And a lot of those taxes that come out of that, it pays for their medical system.
Okay.
So that's one reason why it's so high. However, you want a good transportation system in California, and I agree with you, coming from New York City, which is totally different than out here. You have to remember, California was put together for cars, not a transportation system. Having said that, I wondered why we spent so much money with the subway when we could have had a system of monorails that go down on a freeway.
Right.
What do you think of that?
Yeah, I believe I talked to some guy a long time ago, back in the 80s. I wish I remembered his name now. He had designed a monorail.
I'm going to hang up so I can listen to you on TV.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Bye-bye.
Turn your TV back up.
Thank you.
Thank you for calling. Yeah, I believe a monorail, thanks, Harry. A monorail system would have been, you know, just like at Disneyland. They have a system there in Disneyland. Why don't we have one here, you know, right now? Do we have any more callers so I can move on to the next thing? Okay, good. All right, the next topic I would like to talk about now is 2012. December 21st, 2012. I was watching the History Channel not that long ago, and I found out some interesting things. I mean, if you go on to Google or wherever, punch in that date, December 21st, 2012. And maybe that would explain a lot of things on why prices are so high and gas is going to go so high and we don't have health insurance. Maybe it doesn't matter. Maybe it doesn't matter that we have health insurance. Maybe nothing matters now. So I brought a clip on what's going to happen possibly. This is according to the Mayan calendar, the Hopi Indians, Nostradamus maybe. I think there's a thing called a GoBot, which is a computer that semi-predicts things. You got Merlin. I was watching a whole thing on all kinds of prophet-type people, and even Einstein. And they all came to this conclusion directed towards the year December 21st, 2012, which is the winter solstice. Oh, go ahead, caller. You're on the air.
Hello?
Hello, who's this?
Yes, I want to know what topic are you speaking about right now?
What?
What are you talking about right now?
Oh, December 21st, 2012. I'm going to run a short film on that. It was on the History Channel.
Is there a stripper that's going to come out right now?
I think it's every 12,800 years the Earth changed its poles, like the magnetic.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, yeah. So I'm going to...
Oh, that's good.
Well, I don't know. Maybe not. So I'm going to... Do you have a comment on that? Okay, good. So why don't we're going to roll the tape, and then you can comment on it afterwards and see what you guys think about this, all right? Why don't we roll the tape?